Hello everyone. We will continue with our 15th chapter, Establishment of British Empire in India. Today we will start with growing European interference in the kingdoms of India. The companies used their military advantage to increase their profits from trade. On many occasions, when they saw two Indian rulers fighting amongst themselves, they would take side and get involved in the fight. They would lend their army to one side to help them defeat their rivals, but in return, the companies would demand and extract many trade concessions from the rulers. The rulers also gifted the companies large amount of money in return for their military help. This money helped companies increase their trade even more. So, how European gained power in India? By interfering in Indian kingdoms. When two Indian rulers they were fighting, the company used to, or European companies, they used to give military support to one king, or to one side they used to support. The other king was defeated because of the European armies, and when they used to help the Indian rulers win the battle, they demanded gifts. And they demanded huge amount of money and concessions in the trade. And this money helped the companies to increase their trade even more, or they became stronger and stronger in India. For example, Dupleix, a governor of French East India Company, helped Muzaffar Jung to become Nizam of Deccan. In return, Muzaffar Jung gave the French some territories like Pondicherry and the town of Machilipatnam. He also gave rupees 50,000 to the company and rupees 50,000 to the French troops and rupees 20 lakhs and a jagir worth rupees 1 lakh per year to Dupleix. Now this is an example. Dupleix, he was a governor of French East India Company. He helped Muzaffar Jung to become Nizam of Deccan. In return, what this Nizam did, he gave territories like Pondicherry and Machilipatnam to French company. He also gave 50,000 rupees to the company plus 50,000 to the French troops and 20 lakhs rupees and jagir worth, jagir means land, worth rupees 1 lakh to the Dupleix. Every year he used to give this much amount. The companies also began to acquire small parts of kingdoms as gifts from the local rulers. They would collect land tax from the villages and towns in these areas and use the money for their trading activities. They also used this money for maintaining and improving their army. Slowly, English company began emerging victorious over the French company in the struggle for dominance in India. Now, what happened? The companies, when they were taking land or so much of money from the Indian rulers, they started using, or they started collecting tax from the Indian villages and towns, and they used to take money, and this money they used to use in maintaining and improving their army. Gradually what happened? The English East India Company emerged as victorious, and French company was losing their dominance in India. Misuse of company's power. The Indian rulers soon found that the burden of giving gifts to the English East India Company and bearing the expenses of its army was becoming very heavy. They were also troubled by many other activities of the company. So what happened when company gained power? The Indian rulers, they realized that giving gifts to the European companies is becoming difficult, and the expenditure was very heavy, and the companies, they were misusing, or they were troubling Indian rulers and the Indian people. Some Indian rulers exempted the company from paying taxes on many of the goods it purchased from their kingdoms. However, people began taking advantage of these concessions. For example, employees of the company would do their own private trading, but they would show their own goods as belonging to the company to escape paying taxes. In this way, while the company got richer, the employees and officers also made a lot of money in India and returned home wealthy. Many Indian traders and Seths helped the company in its trade. They too showed their goods and belongings to the company to escape paying taxes. Now, when the trade or business was done by the company, it got concession from paying taxes. So many traders, they used to sell or purchase their private goods, but they used the names of the company to escape from paying the tax. So what happened? Even the private businessmen or traders or officers, they gained a lot of money or wealth from India and they returned home becoming rich people. Now, today we have learnt about growing European interference in the kingdoms of India and misuse of the company's power. For your homework, first question, traders need money to buy the goods they sell to others. List 3 sources of money that helped the English to buy goods in India. Second question, what advantages did the Indian rulers get from the English? Thank you.